it's way better. Way better in here now. So I think we're in a position where we can start sealing the outside up. I mean, yeah, and I left the heat, where is it? I left that heater off last night and I left that running. This is now picking up water. Quite a bit in there. That's all from within here. Turning that down is what did it, because it was chucking out warm air and it wasn't picking up the cold. I don't know the reason behind it. I don't know how those things work, so I'm not even going to speculate actually. So yeah, it's nice and dry down there, nice and dry down there, ish dry down there. We'll turn the heater off tonight, we'll turn the dehumidifier off tonight, we'll just sit back and see exactly what's going on. The ceilings are dry, which is great. We've still got damp over there. But yeah, so now it's time to put the hatch in. I've already rested that up on the ceiling, as you can see, and I've got a drawer around that. Although that camera down, there you go. I've got a drawer around that, I've got to cut a hole out. We've got this split here, you see. I've got to work around this. This is why this is going there. Where I would have liked to have put it is maybe here where there's nothing. That would have been great, because I could have put new beams across and had that housed under there in that area. But no, it's going to have to go here because this, unfortunately, is leaking. I thought I had stopped that, but I haven't. It's, again, found another damn pinprick hole. And this is the perils of using fiberglass. When you put minimal amounts of layers on, you just can't stop the leaking sometimes. Maybe another layer would have been ideal. Maybe sanding down all of the paint down to bare fiberglass and glassing the whole thing would benefit this, but it's not going to happen because, well, that's just an expensive way of doing it. So we're just going to seam up on the outside. We'll cut some wood and we'll get the jigsaw out and we'll chop that and we'll lay that in. I'm just debating whether to use this stuff, which is going to be a pigging nightmare to get out if anything go wrong, or to get some permanent sticky, I don't know the name of the stuff, but that hatch was held in on the lorry with permanent sticky so it could move around. It was a nightmare to pull out, I won't deny that. You know what I mean? I'm just sort of half debating, and because I cut the ply out also, this is going to be a bit of a nuisance. So when I put the battens in, I've got to bring them down. I've got to cut into that a little bit to try and keep it flush, which is going to lead me to another problem when I put all the stuff on the roof. Yeah, that's all I can do is use the thicker material covering and fold it over, and hopefully that will take up the distance of what I'll be missing because of that. Do you see where I'm going with that? Probably not. Some of you probably not. So it was pointed out to me that these work on a certain temperature. I did show in the videos that there is a heater on in here, and you can now see that filling up. That thing, I don't know what's going on with that. I will put that back in the living room because that's been handy as hell to keep the living room cool in the summer. Poor old dog, he suffered with that. But I won't. That's giving me an idea. I just cut my last bit of wood up. So that's been battens. Roof is about, I think it was 2 inches. So hole is now cut. Hatch fits really well, but the sealant that somebody has used, I think it's that permanent sticky tape stuff. I know it to be a flaming nightmare to remove, and I've made my hole right up to this inner edge, so yeah, that's worked out rather well, that one. Black sealant, holding the glass on. we've glued it up there. We've cut a little rebate in there. We've got it levelish. As I said, it's worked out rather well. 2 screws that end to this end. So we've got to cut a duplicate for the other side. Running low on glue, I've noticed. So that's proving, I hate this stuff, it's flipping horrible. That is going to prove a problem later. So next one, go across there, then one there, and then one there, and then we've got to make up some corner buttresses and then run through them carefully with a jigsaw to create a nice curve. Number 2, I've gone a tiny bit wider than the hole that I cut, just in case I can't get that plastic trim in over there. So all depends where we head off. So now we've got the 2 cross pieces to do. Then I've got to go back in the yard, cut some more wood, and then I've got to get the hoover in here and hoover up my sawdust. I'm going to try my hardest to keep this room as clean and tidy as I possibly can as I go along. Still don't know what I'm going to do about this sticky stuff though. That's a problem. Still got the hinge bolts on there as well to figure out. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. There is one hatch now fitted. Those corners were a bit of a trick to figure out, so I used my pot and put a load of ferry liquid around it, which eventually gave out over. Started off good, went okay, started to get really bad on that one, and then it was quite tragic on that one. But the corners are done. We can glue material around that. It's black sealed in the end. And we have a bloody hatch, which I am so pleased about. So all it wants now is a damn good scrub. Right, that roof hatch is now sealed. I'll leave that to do its thing and I'll cover that back up. But in the meanwhile, I've got something else to be getting on with, which I cannot finish today. So the next jobs I've got to do now is to cut down here with a flapper, cut all the way around here. I've got to get me belt sander and put a groove in there, a little one in there, and we need to start sealing every single little area up because it's lovely and warm in here. I can imagine it with the wood burner going, this on the back of the pickup truck, I don't know, hidden in Wales for the weekend somewhere, smoke pouring out of my chimney, heat belting out of it, laying in bed, watching the television, bliss. And then a knock at the door, get out my land! Yeah, I can see that coming and all. Anyway. So that now needs to dry off before I can go any further. But we are now ready to put the roof liner in, so we can now start insulating that roof up, because that's just going to condensate regardless, because we've got gaps here and there. So I need a plate off. I need to get rid of that fiberglass if I can and plate off with a piece of board or something, and we'll worry about the outside edges at a later date, because we've got those little pockets outside that we've got to do something with, and we'll worry about those later. That wall here is insulated, but it isn't there. I'm thinking about putting a cupboard in there, so we'll put polyurethane up in that roof piece here, and on that piece there coming down, and under hardboard, and I'll put a whole cupboard in that space, I think, for toiletries and such like. The loo is going in there, and I'm going to make up a triangular wedge style water tank out of fiberglass if I can to go there, and it's going to come all the way up, and it's going to feed the toilet and the sink, which will be next to it. And to be honest with you, I might continue that cupboard right up to that point there, flush with this wall. That will give me all of that area for whatever I need to put in it. This side, I have quite made my mind up yet, because we have the window there. There are more windows to go in along here, but I'll have to cut holes out in the cupboards, so you know that will work. What I've got planned will work. But here, I don't know how far this wood burner is going to be needing to go. That one's got me a little bit pickled at the moment on how to do it. Bulkheading it maybe there, and then having a cooker unit there. Anyway, guys and girls, next on the agenda is to, hang on, let's focus out. Next on the agenda is to get the seams on the camper sealed up. So that's for tomorrow, providing it ain't raining. If it is raining, nothing's going to get done. There'll be no video tomorrow. I'm going to do the daily vlogs as far as I can take them during the week, and then I'll probably go back on the weeklies again. Thanks for your comments, by the way. I do appreciate that. And I'll stand by what I said. I'd rather have a small number of really good subscribers than a huge amount that have got quite a few dicks, so I've got to monitor. Because it's not just, I don't get too bothered by the comments. Well, I do, but I don't let it go at heart. But some of the other people, people's nasty comments can influence a person's opinion. I know how it all works. Influences. I'm not interested in any of that. Right, see you tomorrow. Bye.